how we can get stronger in Balkans region, what are our challenges while doing that, and how we can be more diversified as a company. Actually, this is a very deep and important subject, which we have been working as a department as well. Today, we will briefly touch upon this subject, and we will have Katarina's ideas about those as being our country representative in Macedonia. Before we start our conversation, I would like to introduce myself for those who don't know me. I am Nilcan Yaşaroğlu. I am a part of Project Development Unit. As Project Development Unit, we are responsible for bidding and tendering stages of our company. We are bidding for national and international donor-funded projects, mainly EU. We are setting up consortiums, we are preparing application forms, we are preparing and submitting proposals in for different regions, in different sectors, of course with the ultimate goal of winning. We will start, but while we are talking to Katarina, if you have any questions, you can write them down in the chat session. I hope I will be able to follow. So, Katarina, let's start. I am sure most of us know you, but can you please briefly introduce yourself as the first question? What are your main responsibilities in the company? What you are doing? Maybe you can briefly inform us about this.
Okay. Thank you, Nilcan. Thank you for the warm welcome. Hello, everyone. My name is, again, Katarina Ciconkova, and I'm the country representative for WEglobal in the Republic of North Macedonia, and currently the project director for one of our projects that we are implementing in the country, titled Introduction and Implementation of Common Market Organization Measures. I have started working with WEglobal in February this year. Briefly, just about me, I have more than 13 years of experience in donor-funded projects, and also some specific experiences as a legal expert, especially in the environmental area. As a country representative for WEglobal, my responsibilities are follow up on tender announcements, of course, networking, identifying experts, providing information locally, necessary information on local level, etc. So, and additionally, as a project director, I have mainly monitoring responsibilities.
Thank you very much, Katarina. Actually, we are going to start our main subject, but you know, we had one request from our colleagues. There are some colleagues, of course, including myself, who are curious about Macedonia. You are living in one of the most beautiful countries in Balkans, and there are also some, we can think that there are also some historical and cultural similarities also between Turkey and Macedonia. Is it possible that we very rapidly discover the beauties of the country with you, just for this session, very briefly?
Yes. Well, as you said, I'm not going to be I'm going to be very impartial here when I talk about my country, but I must say that we in fact have many natural beauties. We have many beautiful landscapes, mountains, lakes, etc. And historical developments in the past have further enriched our homeland, leaving us a rich and cultural and spiritual heritage. As you said, probably most of you know something about my country. However, I must say that it has a long and rich history. I won't bother you with that many details here, but dating back from some time of the antique period before period BC. And further on, we have had an interesting history, among which is our shared history, being under the Ottoman Empire, for I think around, not I think, but for around 500 years. Then this. Well, I would like to refer more, I guess, here, because it's, as I said, it's something that's shared and maybe something that's closer to you. That period of our history has left many cultural heritages, which, in fact, we try to keep today as well. Mainly in our main city, in our capital city, Skopje. What is most interesting and most popular, I guess, in our hometown, that's a heritage from the Ottoman Empire, is the so-called Old Bazaar. Many, yes, many hammams, many mosques, etc. So, of course, additionally to this, to these cultural monuments, that derive from the Ottoman Empire, I would also just go back a little bit before the Ottoman Empire. Just mention that we have also heritage from the Byzantine period. And there are a lot of churches and monasteries dating back from 11th, 10th century. So it is an interesting mix. North Macedonia is an interesting mix, and you can definitely feel it when you come and visit us here. It's for us, I mean, we have been born here, it's very, very normal, but for tourists, it is quite interesting. Some might find it even strange, but to us it's actually part of course, who we are. And of course, I must say, what is also very important, what we have inherited from the Ottoman Empire and so on, is of course the beautiful food. So yeah, we have many similarities, as you know, but I would like to also mention briefly here, because Macedonia is an agricultural land, and we have many fresh fruits and vegetables. So this impact we had on our food, historical impact, I must say, is can be experienced to this date, and it stayed that way. So I will talk about the food, which is very characteristic here. Maybe you've heard it. It's ajvar, tavče, gravče, of course, musaka, baklava, ravania, and coffee. Of course, the inevitable Turkish coffee, and many things. Yeah. I can speak of, and I can speak, I guess, maybe an hour or so on similarities. Also, what I haven't known before is that we have many Turkish words that were assimilated into and accepted into our language. I mean, I was aware that we had words that we use that were from the Turkish language. However, I didn't know that there were so many. Yes. And just I would like also to say, additionally to the food, we have one of the most beautiful rakias here, and wine. Also, I'm not being I'm being actually impartial here, and I must say that we have one of the most beautiful wines here in the country. Yes.
Thank you very much, Katerina, for this very valuable, useful information. Maybe we can try to come to the closing event of CMO, or or maybe we can be able to come for a new launch of a new tender.
Yes, exactly,
soon,
exactly. I would like that very much, very much. Yes, definitely.
Okay. As WEglobal Balkans, and as we are also involved, Balkans is one of our prioritized region. And after Turkey, it is the second region that we bid the most, and we prioritize the most. I want to tell very briefly about our bidding race, just to understand the situation.
Right.
For example, in 2019, we submitted 23 EOIs in Turkey, but on the other side, we have submitted 32 EOIs in Balkans region, 1.4 times more than in Turkey.
Right.
There was a serious potential in the Balkans in 2019. And Macedonia and Montenegro were ranking in the first two countries when we look at our the projects that we did. And when we look at this year, by the end of June 2020, we bid 11 times in Turkey, and we bid 12 times in Balkans. So it's nearly the same. And this year, Albania and Macedonia are ranking in the first two countries. We are also following some other donor projects in the region as well. So there is a big potential, and this region will continue to be our prioritized region, considering this potential, let's say. And I would like to learn your point of view in line with your experiences, and also the current experience, and also your experiences in the past in the region. What are the key strengths of being successful in that region, or what are the key challenges, or what further actions would need to be taken to improve our current position in Balkans? We can say we are also successful as we are implementing several projects. It is fixed. Currently, we are implementing six projects, but I wonder about your observations about this issue.
Yes, thank you for this brief briefing about the projects. I must say that having in mind my previous experience and experience so far, I have to say that one must have in mind or know the mentality. First of all, have to know the mentality of people who are working here. As people here in the Balkans, we are mostly warm, cheerful, simple, friendly, etc. So having that in mind, what immediately comes to mind is actually what is being implemented as well so far by WEglobal as well, but still I would like to mention is the power of networking, the power of networking, communication, and of course acquaintances. Here in Macedonia as a country, I would like to mention we are of course a small country, and we always say everybody knows everybody. So these issues are very, very important in my opinion. Furthermore, I have to also say that I have notice that the quality of services and expertise, of course, bring a lot of weight into the process. I would elaborate a bit more here. The competition is becoming more fierce, I must say. There are companies that have been present in the past and also still are present in the Balkans and have been successful. So having that as an information, I think that we must always try and keep being innovative. So whether that will be in terms of perhaps promotion, visibility, but also I would like to say that providing quality and competitiveness in the offers is very, very important here. In comparison, of course, to other companies. But also, I would like to add something additional here is that I think that there's always something that we need to provide as an added value. Whether that will be perhaps a local know-how, because there are a lot of information that can be gained, even from the beneficiaries, not necessarily being information that are sensitive, but information like who was successful in the past, who was the beneficiary satisfied with, how they would like to proceed, or how they like to implement certain projects, because believe me, there are a lot of people working in the institutions that really know their job and really know what they expect. And this is something also that I think it's very important when considering being competitive, or as a necessity to improve our position.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Actually, the points you raised, the quality, proposing some innovative ideas, responding to the real needs after identification of the real situation is really very important. Of course, the communication, good communication with our clients is also very much important. This is also valid, maybe not only in special to Balkans, it's okay for Balkans, but it is also, I mean, a fact for all the countries that we will be visiting, but these are really important issues. On the other side, and also, I am sure we will be enlarging our investments also in the region as well. That's also a point. For example, we launched our office in Serbia in 2017, and we are implementing 2 projects now as being leader. We are also implementing some other projects in Macedonia, in Kosovo under our leadership. Of course, through with investments, new investments, we will continue our success. On the other side, I would like to briefly talk about also our growth and diversification target as well. As WEglobal, our definitive, let's say, target is to diversify in terms of new sectors and new regions. For example, we implement projects in new sectors which we were not very active previously, like rural development, like environment. Or we submit offers, new offers in countries which we do not have any implementation experience, like in Africa, in Asia. And our goal ultimately is to implement projects in a wider geography and in a wide variety of sectors. And actually, I believe that we are strong enough as the whole team to achieve this target. On our way to be global, what do you suggest from your own perspective? What shall we do to implement or to take measures, let's say?
Yes, well, here this is somewhat connected with the previous question. So I would just perhaps like to maybe just follow up on what I mentioned before, because I think it also applies to your question now about diversification. I would like to add that as we are all aware of how the world changes due to circumstances like the coronavirus, etc., etc. I think it's very important to keep up with the trends and find some also innovative ways to propose, or not just to propose, but to bid for areas which were not previously, as you said, which were not of interest, or actually were not even a focal focus or something like that. So to me, this is something that I would add to the previous previously said in terms of diversification. Especially I would have to say that given the circumstances, I think environment and health would be sectors in which there will be a lot of work. A lot of work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely. And also being supported by some other local companies in different regions. That's also
definitely.
Yeah,
Yes, definitely. This is something. Yes,
yeah.
Additionally to what I said, the local know-how would be not only not only information, but also as you said, local companies, because there are recently there have been a lot of local companies who really work rather good and have really good expertise. So this is something that should be taken advantage of. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope in the near future we will be able to increase the regions and the sectors that we are implementing, hopefully. And
I hope
Katarina,
so too.
you said that you have been working in WEglobal as of February 2020. I am also curious about your observations about our company. From your perspective, how do you think WeGlobal is performing? What are what are the issues that we are doing well, or what do you think we shall improve as a team? That's a tricky question, by the way.
Well, I have to say, since the very beginning, I was really pleasantly surprised by not only the warm welcome and an environment which I experienced being in WeGlobal, which is, I think, very, very important for us to have a pleasant working environment and feel supported, and feel that you can rely on your colleagues, and they will provide the necessary help that and support that you need. I'm also very glad, and also, I have to point out the level of professionalism that I've experienced. And this is not just me saying, but this is in fact what has been my opinion since the very beginning. And I also really appreciate the communication strategy that's being implemented, the follow-ups, and the trainings, the meetings, etc. So this is I think this is very important, and it's really something that I really appreciate. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I completely agree that we have a very good teamwork. We are a strong team, and I think this team deserves everything, all the best.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Katerina. I would like to check whether there are any questions. I think no questions or no feedbacks. Yeah. Thank you very much, Katerina, for this valuable information. I hope everybody listening to us just had a good time for the last half an hour, let's say. If nobody has any questions or comments? Yes. Mr. Erkan, I think. Hello.
Yes, Ms. Nilcan, I have a question.
Please.
Katarina, Katarina, I mean, I see your country is progressing well, and how is the future going to be with the EU, and how do you foresee that change for the projects or programs?
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Erkan. Well, I must say that in my opinion, my expectation is that our country will finally start the process of EU integration, and that will actually even continue with the whole process. And having that in mind, I think that we will have a lot of projects available, and we will have the opportunity to work. We have elections. I don't know if you know, we have elections next Wednesday. Mm-hmm. So we're here we're a bit stuck maybe at the moment, but in my opinion, and given certain tendencies, is that the ruling party at the moment will continue with its further ruling, and will of course continue the EU path.
Nice. May I ask one more question?
Of course.
I mean, because of COVID-19, this pandemic, the technology became a bit more important nowadays. I mean, it was foreseen, but now maybe it's more important than before. Of your country, you know, for this, you know, the technology platform, the infrastructure. How do you see that? Just curious about for many reasons, but how do you see the readiness for that about Macedonia?
Yes, well, I think the situation now with the coronavirus has shown that it's really important, that digitalization is really important, and I think perhaps what was thought that was well implemented in terms of digitalization had somewhat some flaws, but definitely I think that a lot of attention has been paid in this direction, and I must say that there are a lot of institutions that have been not only practicing this, but also the Ministry for Information Society has also been giving some information that digitalization will go further in development. So I think that I mean, we have some success, we have some developments, but of course there's always a lot more to be done.
Thank you.
Any other questions from our guests in the chat session? I think also we don't have any. Okay, Katerina, maybe we can finish our session as we don't have any other questions, feedbacks. Thanks a lot for your contribution. That was really very good, informative. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Thank you.
Keep in touch.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This was really pleasant and fun.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nilcan. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.